Hello and welcome, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Lunch with Lisa. I'm Lisa Warner. I'm the author of The Simplicity of Self-Healing. And we've got a little reverberation. Here we go. All right. So again, I'm the author of The Simplicity of Self-Healing. And I teach you how to start to bring your own body back into alignment naturally and organically. We have all been taught that pills and shots and surgeries are all the answers to our physical issues. However, I have a bone to pick with that belief because it's actually not true. Our bodies are the physical aspect of ourselves. And our bodies are the part of us that turns into physicalness. Every belief we have turns into a physical experience here. We are non-physical beings having a physical experience. We've all heard that. But what does that actually mean? It means that we are angelic beings. We are angels. First and foremost, it is who and what we are. But we are here animating physical bodies so that we can have the physical experience. We can experience ourselves in physical form. The physical body is the form that we are taking, meaning that what we believe about ourselves turns into our cellular structure. Your body is yourself in physical form. Every single thing you believe about yourself, about your body, about what it is to be a human is reflected in your body. It is also reflected in your reality. Every single thing in your reality is there because it is reflecting a belief you are holding on to, a belief you are embodying. We turn our beliefs into physical form so that we can see them and experience them. Your life is not happening to you, it is happening through you. If there are things that are not to your liking happening in your life, you have to look at what part of you, what do you believe? What part of your energy is generating that circumstance? Your circumstances are 100% within your command. We've just been taught that we're victims of circumstance because it's very convenient for people to create circumstances for us to experience that benefits those other people. So what do I mean by that? I mean, our society has been structured for us by people thousands of years ago. We have lived in a societal structure. Somebody's have structured the society that we live in. And then we're told, here's the structure, here's how everything on this physical realm works, and you have to work with what is. Newsflash, no, we don't. We are infinite creator beings. We can create anything we desire. We have simply been given a scenario, and we've been told that this is the scenario that is what it is. Well, yes, the scenario is what it is because that's the way it's been structured. And then when we're told that this is the structure and that we have to work within the structure, we just go, okay. And then we just keep recycling, cycle after cycle after cycle, war after war, disease after disease, financial trauma after financial trauma, relationship trauma after relationship trauma. And we just keep recycling ourselves through this structure. Let's be done with the structure. It's not helping any of us. It's making life very unpleasant. Have you noticed that life is very unpleasant on this planet for the most part? We are infinite creator beings. Every belief we have gets reflected back to us. When we start to realize that the beliefs that we have are the beliefs that we have been taught, we're the beliefs that we have been given. And we don't have to believe these beliefs. We don't have to believe the beliefs of I'm not okay, there's not enough, I'm ugly, I'm fat, I'm this and that. Diseases are going to get me. Sickness and disease are inevitable. Why? Why would you create a disease for yourself? You wouldn't, right? You would never create that. Given your own choices, you would never create that. You would just simply create health. And this is what's actually possible. But it's not possible when we believe that there's something wrong with our bodies. And it's not possible when we don't like our bodies, when we're rejecting our bodies. We are taught to disassociate from our bodies. Our bodies are the part of us that feel energy. Therefore, they feel pain. When we're thinking thoughts or we're seeing terrible things happening in the external world, it hurts. It hurts our heart, it hurts us emotionally, and it hurts us physically. Our bodies reflect the hurt, but they're simply letting us know that the thing that we are focusing on in that moment is not true for us. They're telling us, our bodies are telling us when we are thinking thoughts that are not in alignment with our own magnificence. When we're believing in a limitation that doesn't actually exist, a limitation that we do not need to recreate. So our bodies are literally our best friends. Our bodies are our compass. They are literally telling us when we are in alignment with our soul, when we are in flow, when we are in full alignment with source itself, our bodies just feel good. They feel expansive, they feel light. Everything just kind of flows when we're in alignment. When we're out of alignment, everything stops. The energy stops flowing. Who and what we are, the angelic beings that we are literally one with God, source, universe itself. We have access to universal wisdom, direct access. We always have. However, our attention point has been moved in a different direction. Says, don't notice the access that you have to universal wisdom. Don't look at that. Look over here. Look at what is. Because what is has you being governed. We are infinite beings. completely free to roam the universe at will, to create anything we want. The fact of the matter is that we do not need to be governed, but we are currently governed by our beliefs. And we are governed by people who want to reinforce these beliefs. So they announce these beliefs loud and clear through the media, through the newspapers, on the radio, on the TV, in the movies. They keep reinforcing the beliefs that have us living lives that are really quite unpleasant in most circumstances. So we have to stop listening to these limiting beliefs. We have to stop believing the thoughts that are running through our heads, because the thoughts that are running through our heads have been planted there since childhood, mostly by very well-meaning people, our parents, our teachers, the preachers, the doctors, most of whom are very well-meaning. However, they too have been told what to believe. They too have been living within the structure of the society of what is and all of the rules that we have to follow. Why are we following rules that make literally zero sense? That simply punish us when we break the rules. One of the rules says that our bodies get sick, that there's something wrong with our bodies when they're not functioning perfectly. And we have this idea that the body is supposed to just always function exactly perfectly, even though we are thinking thoughts of, I'm not okay, this isn't good, I'm not good enough, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not enough, I'm not this, there's something wrong with me. When we believe there's something wrong with me, the body is going to reflect that belief. We think that the body starts malfunctioning first, and then we have proof that, oh, there's something wrong with me. This is not how it works. The body cannot exhibit what's wrong if we know beyond the shadow of a doubt there's nothing wrong with us. When we're living as who and what we are, when we are in full alignment, embodying our magnificence, our innate brilliance, our own light, which is our brilliance. It has nothing to do with the grades we get at school. When you are embodying your own light, you are a brilliant, radiant, magnificent angel, a non-physical being taking on physical form. Don't let the physical form fool you. Don't use the physical form as evidence of what is. The physical form is simply the evidence of what you have just created. If you have just created something that you don't enjoy, create something else. Create differently, change your point of view, change your beliefs about what is. Start to notice what's actually true. Start to actually notice who you are. You are a magnificent being of light who is a creator, and you can create anything you desire. But you can't create anything you desire from a point of view of being a victim. You can't create from I'm not okay. It's all you can create is more of I'm not okay. When you give your power away to diseases, oh my gosh, this disease has power over me. There's no such thing as a disease because your body is simply reflecting your beliefs and your victimhood. Stop believing that you're a victim and your body will stop exhibiting signs that you're a victim. Your body is not the problem. Your physical circumstances are not the problem. Your relationships are not the problem. Your money is not the problem. The problem is you're not seeing clearly who you are. The problem is you have a whole bunch of energies in your energy field: fear, doubt, guilt, shame, blame, resentment. Those energies are the problem. When you clear those energies out of your energy field, they stop showing up as problems in your life. They stop being available to be embodied. You're simply embodying the energy that's in your energy field. We've been taught to ignore the non-physical stuff. Oh, that's just your imagination. That's not real. If you can't see it or taste it or touch it or smell it, it's not real. Look at what is. Look at reality. Look at the physical crap that's already been created and work with that. No, don't. You have the power to change everything in your life at will. But you have to be willing to look at the energy that's generating the problem. You have to stop believing your beliefs. You have to stop believing that you're not okay, that you're a victim, that you can't change anything. I'm stressed, I'm depressed, I'm terrible, I'm this, I'm that. Well, the only reason you're that way is because you haven't changed any of the energies around that. You haven't started to actually see who you truly are. You haven't taken the time to empower yourself. This sounds really harsh, but this is like me shaking you awake. Like, you have the power to change this, but you have to choose to change it. You can't just wish to change things, because nothing changes just by wishing it was different. And nobody else can change it for you, and no pill can change it for you. No shot can change it for you. No elected official can change it for you. Only you can change it. Because your reality is yours and yours alone. You can match your reality to everybody else's reality around you, and you can say, see, this is what it is, and this is what's real, because you've just created your reality to be that way. The fact of the matter is there are over 8 billion different realities on this planet, but most of them have been tuned to the exact same frequency, so they mostly all match. Because we haven't seen that we can create something completely different. When I found myself facing cancer, I was in a really horrible state of being. I felt rejected and depressed, and nobody can hear me. Nobody understands me. I can't figure out the money thing. I don't know what to do. I was living from that state. So of course my body started reflecting that state. My finances reflected that state. My relationships reflected that state. I was living in this state of just nonstop crap. Anxiety, depression, isolation, rejection. I was creating that. It took me facing cancer to realize that I had to create something different. So my impetus was my body presented me being a victim of some disease that was going to kill me. So in that moment, I realized I can go down this well-paved path of chemo and radiation and pharmaceuticals and doctors and endless visits and endless follow-up visits. And I really, truly didn't like the path. Didn't really turn me on. It's like, it's not really what I want to create. It's not how I want my life to be. And I realized that if I didn't want my life to be that way, I was going to have to create it to be something different. I needed to create something else for myself. So I sat myself down and I asked, what is it that I want? And what I truly wanted was for this cancer thing to be completely gone, erased from my reality completely, so that I would never have to deal with it ever again in any way, shape, or form. That's what I wanted. So that's what I created. I made the choice to create that. I didn't know how I was going to create it. I didn't even know if I could create that, to be quite honest. Because I was still busy going, oh my gosh, is this going to kill me? But I asked myself, what do I need to know about this in order to change it? In order to create the reality that I actually want to be living, a reality that I actually love, a body that I love to be in. How do I create that? What do I need to know in order to generate that as my reality? And as I kept asking the questions, everything I needed to know appeared. I didn't know what the steps were before I started walking the path. I had to choose the path. And then I had to start walking the path blindly, trusting that the next step would be revealed. And every single time it was revealed, the answers would just appear. In the beginning, they would appear in my inbox. I would open up my email in the morning and bam, there would be an email from some random person, like some random newsletter or whatever it was. Just like, wow, I needed that information. Thank you. Right? Open up Facebook and somebody would post something like, oh my God, that was the exact thing I needed to hear. And then pretty soon I'm just walking the path. I'm starting to put all the pieces together going, oh, wait a second. My body's not being attacked by cancer. My body is embodying my beliefs. My body's not the problem. My beliefs are the problem. My beliefs about my body, my resentment toward my body. Because when my body stopped functioning the way I wanted it to function, I started to resent it. I started to not like my body. I started to judge my body. I started to believe that it was malfunctioning. All of those beliefs, my body was very happy to display in front of my eyes for me to see, to experience. And finally, when I realized my body was simply reflecting my beliefs, I stopped worrying about my body. And I started focusing on, what do I believe? What energies are in my energy field? Fear, doubt, shame, blame, guilt, worry, anxiety. And I started clearing out those energies. And as I started clearing out those energies, my beliefs started to, my thought patterns, my beliefs, I started to choose a better quality belief. And as I started choosing better quality beliefs, I started embodying better quality beliefs. And my health improved dramatically. And the more I clear out my energy field, the more I connect into source, the more I open that direct connection that I have always had with source itself. And I allow the answers to just flow through, and I state the things that I would love to experience. How can I experience more of this? And then I allow the information to flow, and it just flows, and my body gets healthier, my life gets better. I start moving my body. I start working out a little bit. How do I get back in tip-top athletic shape? Well, here you go. Here are some answers. Come work out with us. That would be super fun. Yeah, that would be super fun. Let's do that. So now the people that I can work out with, that is really fun to work out with, just work out a couple of days a week and 3 days a week, just having fun with my friends at their house. I don't have to go to a gym. I don't have to do anything crazy. I just have to have some fun with my friends, and my body's getting fit and healthy. It's reshaping itself. And I've stopped disparaging my body. I've started to trust my body. I've started to notice when I'm thinking thoughts of, I'm not strong enough, I'm not fast enough. I'm starting to see those beliefs being reflected in my body. And I clear them out consciously. I choose to change those beliefs. And as fast as I can change those beliefs, my body is changing as fast to reflect the new beliefs. Your body is not the problem, but your resentment toward your body is a major problem, because your body cannot be healthy and vibrant and alive when you're rejecting it, when you're mad at it, when you're disparaging it, when you're noticing how weak it is, how fat it is, how ugly it is, how depressed you are. Your body is not going to heal itself. You have to heal yourself before your body will heal itself. You are your responsibility. Your body is its own responsibility. Your body knows exactly what to do. And it is doing exactly what it is designed to do right here, right now. But as long as you believe you're being attacked by some disease, you're never going to heal, ever, because it's not true. Your body is not the problem. Your relationship with your body is your problem. Your beliefs about the weakness, the vulnerability of your body are the problem. You can believe me or not. It won't change a thing. You have to change you. Nothing that I say can change you. Nothing I say can make a single bit of difference unless you choose to allow it to make a difference. Until you allow my words to spark something inside. When your body lights up, when you feel something inside and your body is saying yes. Listen to your body. Your body is trying to lead you back into vibrant, radiant health. Your body is your compass home to yourself, to your very best life. Your body is on your side. Your body is trying to help you. But if you have been traumatized and have not cleared out any of the traumas, your body is now traumatized. Your body is doing what it needs to do to survive. Your body is doing everything it can to stay alive. Sometimes that means creating tumors. Sometimes that means creating rashes. Sometimes that means creating vomit or diarrhea. But if you're disparaging it, going, oh my God, there's something wrong with me, you're working against yourself. You're working against your body. And you will never heal from that perspective. And you will simply, at some point, expire from some disease, and everyone will continue to say, oh, they lost their battle with whatever disease. And they will continue to blame fictitious diseases for miscreations, misperceptions. Are you ready to turn it all around? Are you ready to start perceiving differently? Are you ready to start seeing the power you have to heal yourself, to bring all parts of yourself, body, mind, and soul, back into alignment? It's actually incredibly simple, but you have to be willing to let go of your beliefs, the beliefs that are limiting you. You have to be willing to let go of your resentment toward your body. You have to understand that your body is on your side, and your body has been your best friend. Your body has been there for you every step of the way. And you have to start appreciating your body. If you hate your spouse, love is never going to be rekindled. If you hate your body, vibrant, radiant health is never going to happen. Are you willing to love your body? Because your body is a part of yourself. If you do not love yourself fully, you will never be your very best self in this life. You will always be living at less than, because you will always be judging yourself. You will always be judging some part of yourself as being not good enough or less than perfect, whatever it is. When you start seeing who you truly are, the grand angelic being of light you truly are, you will see yourself from a completely different perspective. You will see your body from a completely different perspective. And you will start to appreciate the beauty around you. You will start to embody the beauty, the infinite possibilities. You will start to choose better possibilities for yourself. You will start to create better possibilities and outcomes for yourself. But you have to see who you truly are first. You have to be willing to see your own magnificence. And in order to see your own magnificence, you have to stop judging your body. You have to stop rejecting your body. You have to end the separation, ending the estrangement. from your body and start to become one with your body and with your soul. Body, mind, and soul are 3 parts of one you. There's only one you, and your body is part of that. So if you'd like help bringing your body, mind, and soul back into alignment so you can be the most radiant and healthy self that you can possibly be, reach out. This is my specialty. It's actually quite simple. Making the choice is step number 1. So if you're making that choice and you'd like some assistance, please feel free to reach out. I'm Lisa Warner. I'm the author of The Simplicity of Self-Healing. You can find that book on Amazon, and you can find me at connectingyoutoyou.com. You can find me on Facebook in my group, Soul Sourced Healing. And you can find me on YouTube at The Simplicity of Self-Healing with Lisa Warner. If you're watching on YouTube, please feel free to subscribe to my channel. If you're watching on Facebook, drop me a comment. Let me know you're here. Thanks, Branny. I see your comments. And if you're listening on Connecting You to You Radio, the podcast, make sure you're subscribed and share. If these messages are helpful to you, please share them. All right. I hope this was helpful to you. Until next week, create for yourselves a great week. Let your brilliance shine. Have a great week, everyone. Bye for now.